Alec Baldwin has listed his massive farmhouse in Amagansett, New York for a jaw-dropping $29 million. For today's video, exclusive to our TTP members, we will be talking more about the 30 Rock actor and his enormous Hamptons Farmhouse that is now on sale in the market. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. According to the New York Post, this is where the actor and his family spent most of their time during the COVID-19 pandemic. Alec Baldwin is parting ways with the place in order to look for a home with more space for his growing family. His wife Hilaria just gave birth to the couple's 7th child on September 22. The Hamptons property quickly became one of the most popular listings on Realtor.com as the curious clicked on the award-winning star's vacation retreat. With its custom-built 625-foot pool and spa, gorgeous wood paneling, and covered porches and balconies, this luxury home is sure to be the crown jewel of your next estate sale. Baldwin bought the 10-acre property with a 10,000 square foot, 4-bedroom farmhouse in 1996, paying just $1.75 million. The luxury home features covered porches and 2 upper-level balconies. Amenities include a home theater, wine room, and wood-paneled library. No interior photos were available, but the listing notes that every detail of this impeccable 2-story cedar shingle retreat has been curated to maximize indoor or outdoor space and utilize natural light throughout the year. Out back, there is a custom 625-foot pavilion with a fieldstone fireplace and fenced vegetable garden, and there are approved plans to expand the home by 1,200 square feet with a 2nd-story study bedroom suite and covered balcony. Over the summer, the Baldwins reportedly sold their lake house in upstate New York. They also own a Greenwich Village penthouse, which, according to the Post, they have been trying to sell privately since 2020. Earlier this year, they bought an antique farmhouse in Arlington, Vermont for $1.75 million. The purchase came in the aftermath of the accidental shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins during the filming of Rust. Baldwin, a star and producer of the movie, was recently named as a possible defendant in the fatal shooting case, which involved a prop gun that contained a live round. The couple is currently moving into their new home on Vermont's North Hero Island after purchasing it through a private sale from an elderly couple who moved away from Vermont years ago. They have been renting out their old home since buying it 5 years ago for $3 million at an auction house owned by Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. With that, let us learn more about the owner. Alexander Ray Baldwin III was born on April 3, 1958 in New York City, New York, to actress Joanne Woodward and actor Alexander Ray Baldwin II. Raised in Los Angeles, California, he attended Beverly Hills High School before studying at the Juilliard School in New York City. He has 1 son from his first marriage to Cynthia Gibb and 2 children from his second marriage to Kimberly Guess. Baldwin began his career in the late 1970s as a child actor, appearing as Scottie Pippen's son in the television show Family Ties in 1982 to 1989. His other film roles include Tim Burton's Beetlejuice in 1988, Mike Nichols' Working Girl in 1988, Jonathan Demme's Married to the Mob in 1988, and Oliver Stone's Talk Radio in 1988 as well. In 1990, he played Jack Ryan for The Hunt for Red October, which earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Other notable performances include Glengarry Glen Ross in 1992, The Cooler in 2003, and To Rome with Love in 2012. He also starred in Woody Allen's Alice in 1990 and Martin Scorsese's The Aviator in 2004 and The Departed in 2006. In 2006, Baldwin starred alongside Tina Fey as a malevolent Jack Donaghy on the NBC sitcom 30 Rock. The show won 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and 7 Screen Actors Guild Awards for its star. Baldwin also played Stanley Kowalski in the 1992 Broadway production of A Streetcar Named Desire and the title character in a 1998 off-Broadway production of Macbeth. In 2003, he co-starred in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation in 2015 and Mission Impossible Fallout 2018, the 5th and 6th installments of the Mission Impossible series. He is also a columnist for the Huffington Post. In addition to his work in film, television, and theater, Baldwin has been involved with anti-bullying campaigns since 2004, when he founded Hiding Behind Rocks, a non-profit organization that provides books to children who cannot afford them. Baldwin has been praised for his portrayal of Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live, both during his campaign for the presidency and following his inauguration. He won his third Primetime Emmy Award in 2017 and was nominated again in 2018. In January 2021, while filming Rust, Baldwin discharged a revolver used as a prop. He had been playing with it on set when it accidentally fired, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injuring director Jewel Souza. Baldwin's acting career started in New York City. He worked as a busboy in the Farm Discotheque Studio 54 and as an usher at the Fame Theater, Circle in the Square. He attended Alfred G. Burner High School in Massapequa, played football there under coach Bob Rafe Snyder, and in New York City, Baldwin worked as a busboy at the famed discotheque Studio 54. From 1976 to 1979, he attended George Washington University. In 1979, he lost the election for student body president and received a personal letter from former U.S. President Richard Nixon, with whom he had a common friend, encouraging him to use the loss as a learning experience. Afterward, he transferred to the Tisch School of the Arts of New York City, NYU, where he studied with Geoffrey Horn and Mira Rostova at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. Later, he was accepted as a member of the Actors Studio. In 1994, he completed his Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at NYU. Baldwin made his Broadway debut in 1986 in a revival of Joe Orton's Loot alongside Zoe Wanamaker, Zeljko Ivanek, Joseph Maher, and Charles Keating. This production closed after 3 months. His other Broadway credits include Carol Churchill's Sears Money with Kate Nelligan and a revival of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire, for which his performance as Stanley Kowalski garnered a Tony Award nomination for Best Actor. In 1998, Baldwin played the title role in Macbeth at the Public Theater alongside Angela Bassett and Liv Schreiber in a production directed by George C. Wolfe. In 2004, Baldwin starred in a revival of Broadway's 20th Century about a successful and egomaniacal Broadway director who has transformed a chorus girl into a leading lady. In 2010, he appeared in The Merchant of Venice as Shylock and as Goneril's father, Lord Northumberland, at the Broadhurst Theater with Jessica Chastain as Cordelia, Sonia Manzano as Lady Macbeth, Karen Olivo as Lady Goneril, and James Snyder as King Duncan on Broadway. In June 2005, Baldwin starred as Lurid Bills alongside Reba McEntire as Nellie and Brian Stokes Mitchell as Emil in a concert vision of the Rodgers and Hammerstein musical South Pacific and Carnegie Hall. The production was taped and telecast by PBS on April 26, 2006. In 2006, Baldwin made theater news in Roundabout Theater Company's off-Broadway revival of Joe Orton's entertaining Mr. Sloan. In 2010, Baldwin starred opposite Sam Underwood in a critically acclaimed revival of Peter Shaffer's Accused, directed by Tony Walton, at Guildhall in East Hampton, New York. Baldwin returned to Broadway as Harold in Orphans. The show, which opened on April 18, 2013, was also to have starred Shia LaBeouf as Street, but LaBeouf left the production in rehearsals and was replaced by Ben Foster. Baldwin first appeared in The Doctors in 1980, where he played Billy Aldrich. His character was a young man who was diagnosed with cancer and was unable to get a job at his father's company. He was then sent to live with his aunt, uncle, and cousin. During his time on The Doctors, Baldwin had several other roles. In 1982, he starred as Scudder in the short-lived television series Scudder to Houston. In 1983, Baldwin starred in Knots Landing as the brother of Valin Ewing and son of Lila Mace Clements, played by Joan Van Ark and Julie Harris respectively. He also played an honest cadet sergeant named Sergeant Dave tries to solve the mystery of a murdered gay classmate. In 1986, Baldwin starred in Dressed Gray as an honest cadet sergeant who tries to solve the mystery of a murdered gay classmate. In 1998, Baldwin became the third narrator and George Carlin's replacement for Thomas and Friends' fifth season when they left Thomas due to creative differences between them. In 2000, Baldwin became one of Thomas' friends again when he starred as Mr. Conductor in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. He left The Cat in the Hat after winning the role of Lawrence Quinn in The Cat. In 2002, Baldwin appeared in 2 episodes of Friends as Phoebe's overly enthusiastic love interest Parker. He also portrayed a recurring character in several seasons 7 and 8 episodes of Will and Grace, in which he played Malcolm, a top-secret agent and the lover of Karen Walker, and he also guest starred in the first live episode of the series. Baldwin wrote an episode of Law & Order entitled Tabloid, which aired in 1998. He played Dr. Barrett Moore, a retired plastic surgeon in the series Nip or Tuck. Baldwin also played a homeless man named Tom in the film adaptation in 2002 and has made guest appearances on shows such as Scrubs and Monk. Alec Baldwin is one of the most respected actors in Hollywood, and he has been putting his talents to good use for years. Baldwin first starred as Jack Donaghy on NBC's 30 Rock, which first aired in October 2006. He met his future co-stars Tina Fey and Tracy Morgan while appearing on Saturday Night Live. Since season 3, Baldwin was credited as one of 30 Rock's producers. Baldwin has won 3 Emmy Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and 7 Screen Actors Guild Awards for his role as Jack Donaghy. He received his second Emmy nomination for Best Actor in a Television Comedy or Musical as Jack Donaghy in 2008, marking his 7th Primetime Emmy nomination and first win. He won again in 2009. Baldwin has been a staple of TCM's The Essential since March 2009, making appearances with host Robert Osborne. He made his first appearance in a series of Hulu commercials that aired during the Super Bowl in 2009. In 2010, he made a 5-second cameo appearance with comedian Andy Samberg in a musical video titled Great Day, featured on the bonus DVD as part of Lonely Island's album Turtleneck and Chain. Baldwin co-hosted the 82nd Academy Awards with Steve Martin in 2010. He has hosted Saturday Night Live 17 times as of February 11, 2017, and holds the record for most times hosting the show. He also impersonated Republican nominee Donald Trump during SNL's coverage of the 2016 presidential election to critical acclaim. In 2017, he won a Primetime Emmy Award for his portrayal of Trump. Baldwin continued in the role until Trump's defeat in the 2020 election. Baldwin's film career began with a minor role in the 1987 film Forever Lulu. In 1988, he appeared in Beetlejuice and Working Girl. He gained further recognition as a leading man with his role as Jack Ryan in The Hunt for Red October in 1990. That same year, he also starred in the black comedy crime film Miami Blues alongside Jennifer Jason Leigh and Fred Ward. In 1991, Baldwin starred opposite Glenn Close in The Getaway, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture. That same year, he starred in the blockbuster hit Batman Returns. He then appeared as a struggling writer who falls under the spell of a charismatic cult leader in 1992's The Crying Game. Baldwin shifted towards character acting, beginning with Pearl Harbor in 2001. He played Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle in the film. With a worldwide box office of $449,220,945, this film remains the highest-grossing film Baldwin has appeared in during his acting career. Baldwin was nominated for an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and the Screen Actors Guild Award for his performance in the 2003 gambling drama The Cooler. He appeared in Martin Scorsese's The Aviator in 2004 and The Departed in 2006. In 2006, he starred in the film Minnie's First Time. He performed opposite Sarah Michelle Gellar in Suburban Girl in 2007. 2 years later, he co-starred in the hit romantic comedy It's Complicated with Meryl Streep and Steve Martin. Baldwin directed and starred in The Devil and Daniel Webster with Anthony Hopkins, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Dan Aykroyd in 2001. The then unreleased film became an asset in a federal bank fraud trial when investor Jed Barron was convicted of bank fraud while the movie was in production. The film was eventually acquired by the Yari Group without Baldwin's involvement. Baldwin has been a longtime supporter of the arts, including theater, music, and film. He has been involved in almost every aspect of his craft, from writing to directing to starring roles. Baldwin's career began on Broadway at age 11, but it was not until he hit Hollywood that his star began to rise. In 2007, the Yari Film Group announced that it would give the film, now titled Shortcut to Happiness, a theatrical release in the spring, and cable film network Starz announced that it had acquired a paid TV rights for the film. Shortcut to Happiness was finally released in 2008. Baldwin, displeased with the way the film had been cut in post-production, demanded that his directorial credit be changed to the pseudonym Harry Kirkpatrick. Baldwin is one of the most philanthropic celebrities in the world. He has created a foundation to fund cancer research, and he is an avid supporter of breast cancer awareness. His foundation has donated over $14 million to breast cancer research and programs. Baldwin also created the Carol M. Baldwin Breast Care Center at Stony Brook University Hospital in honor of his mother. During his 2010 to 2013 stint as a spokesperson for Capital One, Baldwin's contract was written to fund Baldwin's charity foundation. He was paid $15 million over nearly 5 years. After taxes and accounting fees, the remainder $14.125 million was given to charity. In March 2011, Baldwin donated $1 million to the New York Philharmonic, on whose board he served, and $500,000 to the Roundabout Theater Company, where he has performed plays in New York. In recent years, his foundation has donated bookstore gift certificates to Long Island libraries to support literacy programs. Baldwin and Bassinger's divorce was one of the most high-profile and expensive in history. The couple met on the set of The Marrying Man in 1990 and married in 1993. They had a daughter, Ireland Baldwin, born October 23, 1995. They separated on December 5, 2000 and divorced on September 3, 2022. In May 1990, Baldwin met actress Kim Basinger when they played lovers in the film The Marrying Man. They married on August 19, 1993 and had a daughter, Ireland, born October 23, 1995. They separated on December 5, 2000 and divorced on September 3, 2002. Baldwin has called the attorneys in the case opportunists and has characterized Basinger's psychologists as part of the divorce industry. He has faulted them more than Basinger and writes, "In fact, I blame my ex-wife least of all for what has transpired. She is a person like many of us, doing the best she can with what she has. She is a litigant and therefore one who walks into a courtroom and is never offered anything other than what is served there." Baldwin wrote that he spent over $1 million, had to put time aside from his career, had to travel extensively, and needed to find a house in California so that he could stay in his daughter's life. Baldwin contended that after 7 years of these issues, he had a breaking point and on April 11, 2007, left an angry voicemail message in response to another unanswered arranged call, in which Baldwin called his 11-year-old daughter a rude, thoughtless little pig. He contends that the tape was sold to TMZ, which released the recording despite laws against publishing media related to a minor without the permission of both parents. Baldwin admitted that he made a mistake but asked not to be judged as a parent based on a bad moment. He later admitted to Playboy in June 2009 that he contemplated suicide over the voicemail that leaked to the public. Of the incident, he said, "I spoke to a lot of professionals who helped me. If I committed suicide, Kim Basinger would have considered that a victory. Destroying me was her avowed goal." Now, Baldwin is married to author and wellness expert Hilaria Thomas Baldwin, and they have 6 children: Carmen, Rafael Leonardo, Romeo, Eduardo, and Lucia, as well as his eldest, Ireland Baldwin. Hilaria and Alec oversee the Hilaria and Alec Baldwin Foundation, which focuses on funding the arts. There you have our TTP video for today. Now, what do you think about the house? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell and like this video. If you think that we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. Just one share is enough for us for you to show your appreciation for the commitment and hard work we all put together in creating this video that teaches and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. And you don't know that one share could go a long way. And keep in mind that no matter how many times you are going to watch this video, you won't see any result unless you take action. Goodbye and see you at the next one.